So, hello there. Weekly update time, I suppose. It is Monday afternoon, Monday the 7th of June. And I just want to give you an update on what happened last weekend's race. I sent 35 and dropped 3. I dropped 2 cocks and a hen. Disappointing now to drop them, I have to say, because they're in good order. But look, that's pigeon racing. They're not all going to do what we want them to do, okay? So I'm down now to 14 cocks. Interestingly enough, all of the boards that have been preparing for the French races are still here. I haven't dropped any. Well, I dropped one early, and I haven't dropped that since. But I do have a couple of injuries and boards that won't be going. So I definitely have 2 that won't be going out of that 14 or so that's left there, 13 or 14 that's left there. I was here the weekend on Saturday when the boards were released in Castletown, roughly 160 to me. The boards came well when they came. I was about 20 minutes off the pace. So I was quite happy with how they came. Again, 20 minutes is way off the pace in a sprint race. But look, I want them to come home. Most of these boards are very inexperienced. They're fed up for the job, and hopefully it just gets them home. And that's my aim at the moment. I want to have a good, experienced team of 2-year-olds for next year. And that's what I'm aiming for, okay? So I can't really complain, to be quite honest. I dropped 1 hen. Disappointed to drop her. She was coming very well. But again, look, something I am having difficulty with is my hens pairing up. So they weren't on a very rich diet, i.e. they were on most of the week super diet and barley, and for 2 days then it was Jerry Plus added to the super diet, and then Jerry Plus on its own for Wednesday and Thursday before basketing. But the pairing up left, right and centre, I've about 4 pairs of hens there after pairing up. Now I'd say that I've still lost more cocks than hens. I've 21 hens down there and I've only 14 cocks left here. So the mind boggles as to how it happens. Something I am going to try this weekend, this will be the last race for the yearlings next week. I think it's at Castletown again. And it'll be the last race for the older boards before they go to a French race, I hope, we'll see. Is that I have 6 spare cocks in there and a couple of young cocks. Sorry, 4 spare cocks in there. And I'm actually going to throw them in with the cocks before to G them up for the weekend without letting the hens in. So that's what I'm going to do. But look, it's all to play for. I'm very happy with how they are. I'm very happy with how they've recovered. Some of them were quite tired, but they are quite relaxed now. They're quite settled. They went out for a good fly this morning. They'll be out for a good fly this evening, I hope. I have noticed on a few of them they've dropped their first flights, so they should be pipping their second when it comes to the end of the month, which is when I want them for. Especially the older ones. So it looks like it's all to play for. I'm hoping that they're certainly fit enough. They certainly have enough in the tank, I hope. The food is actually changing this weekend. So as you know, before now, I was feeding the super diet and barley all week and then the Jerry Plus. But from Saturday onwards, they are going to be Saturday gone. So when they come back from the race, they're on super diet and super Widowhood all week. So all the way to, again, Wednesday. Super diet, super Widowhood. But I'm going to be mixing that with peanuts and with hemp and sunflower heart. So it's going to be a third. And that's actually starting today because I didn't do it the last couple of days. They just got super diet and super Widowhood. So it's going to be a third super diet. Sorry, yes, a third super diet, a third super Widowhood, and a third mixed with peanuts, hemp, and sunflower hearts. And that's what they're going to be on now all the way. Now I do expect them to keep flying. I expect them to balloon. I expect them then to have reserves. I expect this to work, but we don't know what's going to happen. And I can honestly tell you we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm excited trying. I really am excited trying it. They look the part. They look well. I mean, you can see there. I'm not going to open the corridor. Part of the reason I like the corridor is because they just relax and they don't do anything. Like, he was the first pigeon home on Saturday, a yearling cock. Second pigeon who hasn't shown anything up to this point is that 4-year-old there, 27 day in. And these are the older boars that will be going. These 4 cocks. Him up there is a 5th cock, and that cock over there is a 6th cock. They're my 6 candidates. Sorry, they're 6 cocks, but that cock there and this one here will not be going. He's injured. And I'll just show you the hens. Just close this door behind me so they don't jump. And these are the hens. So anything without a yearling ring is a candidate. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 yearly, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 older hens, 6 older cocks with 2 injuries. So that leaves me with 10 candidates for this French race that I'm going to have a go at. 10 candidates for it. And as long as all are fitting well, they will be going to it. Yeah, so look, it's all good, lads. I'm quite happy the way they are. Incidentally, I wasn't on ETS, but I got the ETS system that I have set up this weekend. Actually set it up yesterday. I flew the boards this morning and they all clocked in on the ETS. So it's all good, it's all working. Yeah, so look lads, it's all to play for. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. Hope your racing is going well. And look, talk to you soon lads. Have a good one.